Hey everyone, welcome to Backcountry Forward. Today I'm making my way up Sarrail Ridge, past Rawson Lake and Sarrail Falls. Come along for the journey. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss any of our trail videos, product reviews, or the different things we have going on here at Backcountry Forward. Well, I'm almost at the top, but let's go back to the beginning. The trail to the ridge beyond this point, Rawson Lake to Sarrail Ridge, is actually very clear from this point. You can't see the trail, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like. You go around the lake and up a hill to the ridge, and then you get a look, beautiful views of the lake itself and of the upper Kananaskis Lake. So once you've made it to the back of the lake and you are beginning the ascent up the ridge, this is where you start mountain climbing again. The nice thing about this trail is the halfway point is kind of Rawson Lake. So if you haven't enjoyed the trail to this point, or you just felt like it's too much, now's the point to turn back, because you're about halfway there and it's just more uphill from here. So onward we go though. So the thing to remember as you make your way up the ridge is, unlike the Rawson Lake Trail, this one has a much steeper incline right at the get-go. So you have more elevation in lesser time. And boy, can you feel that calf burn. But I mean, look at those views. Okay, this is something that you need to know if you're doing this hike. Most of the hike is pretty moderate, definitely steep inclines, but there's one part, which is right behind me, where you actually have to scale about 10, 15 feet of a little bit of a wall. And I wanted to show you guys that there is another route around, and I'm gonna show you that after we go up here. When you're at this point, you'll see this behind you, and you'll see I went up to the right up here, and that rock wall is right there. Now, if you look just to the left, however, there's a dry creek bed. This is a more gradual incline, and then it just scoots up to the right up here. Still pretty steep, but you're not climbing up a rock wall. So those two paths or routes are things that you want to keep in mind. I know that a couple that happened to be walking behind me definitely was a little concerned with that rock wall. And if that's something that does concern you, there are other options. You just have to look to the left a little bit. But know what season you're going in, know what you're comfortable with. Beyond that point, it's steep, but you see the end in sight, and you just keep making your way up to the beautiful ridge. I'm almost at the top of the ridge, and then it's just a ridge walk. Mostly flat-ish, I think. Woohoo! I don't know how people do this in winter. Okay, the next thing you need to know about this hike. I don't like hiking poles. and I've done it without them. That being said, if I were to do this hike again, I would use hiking poles. You're just basically on a dirt and gravel path that is incredibly steep and incredibly slick. Without trekking poles, it would be very difficult on a hot, dry day. Whew, wow. First of the views. Look at So the second last thing you should know about Sarrail Ridge is there's a Canadian flag, and I think I'll try to show it with you. And there's the top peak of the mountain. You can't quite make that unless you do some technical climbing. But just below that, there's a Canadian flag. From where I'm standing right now, it looks like you need to do some technical climbing for that too. And a lot of people just turn back just from being right here. Don't worry. It's not technical at all. It's just a little bit of a scramble up the side. There's a pretty clear path there. Anyone can do it. So if you are getting daunted by the fact that you think, oh, I can't climb that to make it to the Canadian flag, just push yourself, go a little bit further. You'll see a trail and you'll be able to make it to the top. Beyond that though, you better be pretty experienced. I'm not, and I'm by myself, so I didn't give it a try. Man, beautiful up here. Well, the last thing you need to know about Sarrail Ridge is it is totally worth it. Yes, it's exhausting at times, but the views are amazing. So, I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that at some point you find your way on this beautiful, windy ridge.